The snow fell softly, Christmas lights twinkled. Boulder, Colorado was a picture of holiday cheer. In their grand home, the Ramseys celebrated. John, a successful businessman, Patsy, a former beauty queen, and their children, Burke and 6-year-old JonBenét, a vision in her Christmas finery. But this night, their world would shatter. The air grew colder. The fire crackled lower. Christmas morning dawned, and with it, unimaginable horror. Patsy found a note. Her precious JonBenét, gone, kidnapped. A ransom demand, a chilling sum, $118,000. Panic gripped their hearts. The police arrived, sirens wailing, shattering the stillness. A frantic search began, every corner, every shadow searched in vain. Then a discovery in the basement, not a rescue but a nightmare. JonBenét's tiny body lifeless, their little beauty queen silenced forever. Patsy's hand trembled as she held the note. Her daughter's fate hung in the balance. The words swam before her eyes. A bizarre message, rambling, filled with strange demands. "We have your daughter," it began. It spoke of a small foreign faction, a group no one had ever heard of. The number, $118,000, seared itself into Patsy's mind, an oddly specific sum. John had recently received a bonus for that exact amount. Coincidence? Or a chilling clue? Was this someone who knew them? Someone close? Fear gnawed at her sanity. The note went on, a bizarre mix of threats and instructions. "Don't call the police," it warned, but it was too late. The police were already there, swarming their home, their lives turned upside down. The ransom note, a cruel mockery, offered no comfort, only deeper despair. Grief mingled with suspicion. The eyes of the world turned on the Ramseys. How could this happen in their home, their sanctuary? Whispers began. Accusations flew. The media descended, hungry for answers, for someone to blame. John, stoic and determined, maintained his innocence. Patsy, fragile and heartbroken, faced a barrage of cameras and questions. Even young Burke, just a child himself, was scrutinized, his every word analyzed. The family, once a picture of happiness, was now fractured, their grief compounded by suspicion. The police investigated, every detail, every inconsistency examined under a microscope. The ransom note, the lack of forced entry, the family's own behavior, all of it fueled the growing firestorm of doubt. The Ramseys, once admired, were now pariahs, trapped in a web of suspicion they could not escape. Section 4. Whispers and speculation. Who could do such a thing? Theories abounded, each more unsettling than the last. Had a stranger slipped into the house unnoticed? Had someone they knew betrayed them in the most horrific way? The ransom note, with its strange wording and specific demands, offered no easy answers. Some pointed fingers at John, suggesting a crime of passion, a desperate attempt to cover up a terrible accident. Others suspected Patsy, overwhelmed by the pressures of her life, driven to a breaking point. Even Burke, just a child, wasn't immune from the speculation. The whispers followed them everywhere. Friends distanced themselves. The community, once supportive, now viewed them with suspicion. The Ramseys, once a symbol of success, were now forever linked to a tragedy they couldn't explain, a nightmare they couldn't escape. Section 5. The trail runs cold. DNA and dead ends. Forensic teams meticulously combed the house for clues. Every fiber, every fingerprint meticulously analyzed. DNA evidence, a beacon of hope in a dark time, offered a glimmer of a breakthrough, but it was not to be. The DNA, found on JonBenét's clothing and under her fingernails, did not match anyone in the Ramsey family. Relief, for a moment, but the relief was short-lived. The DNA did not match anyone in the criminal database either. A dead end. The mystery deepened. Years turned into decades. Technology advanced. New leads were explored. But JonBenét's killer remained elusive. The DNA, a tantalizing clue, offered no answers, only more questions. The case, once a flurry of activity, grew cold. The truth, it seemed, was lost in the shadows. Section 6. An enduring mystery, JonBenét's legacy. The Christmas lights no longer shine as brightly in Boulder. The memory of JonBenét's tragic end lingers, a haunting reminder of a mystery unsolved. The Ramseys, forever marked by tragedy, have tried to rebuild their lives, their names forever linked to the case. The passage of time has not dimmed the fascination with the case. Books, documentaries, and countless theories continue to circulate, each attempting to make sense of the senseless. But the truth remains elusive. JonBenét Ramsey, the little beauty queen with the bright smile, deserves justice. Her memory deserves more than speculation and suspicion. Until the day her killer is found, the shadow of her unsolved murder will continue to hang over Boulder, a chilling reminder that even in the heart of the holiday season, darkness can lurk.